Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to Tiny Glade. This is just a small demo of an upcoming project, but for those of you who know Geekism, you'll probably know this already. This is my kind of jam. This is making stuff look pretty just for the sake of making things look pretty, and that's what we're all about here. So as you'll see, this thing is absolutely beautiful. Lovely little depth of field, some lens flare going on, and we do have these three sheep overlords, and it's our job in this game to make sure they are happy. That's not true, I'm making that up. The idea of this game is to just make it look pretty. It's Lego. It's basically just a canvas for making beautiful little glades, little buildings, and just having lots of fun with it. So we're going to dive in. I think you can get rid of walls like this, and everything is really sort of modular and clicks together and works just really nicely. So we're going to try and make a nice little glade here while we talk about what's been going on in the world of Jonty and the world of Geekism, because for those of you, if you are new here, this is the sort of stuff we play here. We try and play a lot of simulation, tycoon stuff, but our focus is always on making the thing look pretty as possible and things like that. But if you're not new here, you'll have noticed that this is the first video back after quite a long time away from the channel, to be honest with you. There's been a handful of videos over the last couple of years, but ignoring those, it's been really quiet. Basically, life has just really got in the way and been a bit rough. To be honest with you, I went through a divorce, which wasn't great. It was relatively amicable, if I'm completely honest with you, and me and Nicola still have a pretty healthy relationship now, and we're both sort of co-parenting as best we can for Xander, and that's all good, and we do our best by him. But yeah, otherwise, I had to move out, had to get my own place, had to get a proper job. Nothing worse than having to get a proper job, is there? Because I was full-time doing Geekism when we first moved to Canada. We're all still in Canada as well, by the way, for those of you who are curious about that. We're all very happy here. We absolutely love the country. Can I move this around? Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, look, I'm just discovering things as we go. Well, obviously this looks terrible, but how do we get rid of it? Is there a way to get rid of, is it bulldoze that thing? There we go. Okay, well, that's fun, and we at least know that can happen, so we'll play around with that in a bit. So, yes, we are all still here in Canada and absolutely loving it. We're a big fan of the country. Xander is having an absolutely fantastic upbringing here. He does karate. In the summer, we go to the beaches and we ski, and in the winter, well, he skis. I don't ski. I'm fear for my life. But yeah, he's having a great time and being well brought up as best as he can with separated parents, and we're doing everything we can to make sure his upbringing is as good as it can be. Look at that, by the way. That's how you make a door in this game. Your path just has to contact the wall. And if you do one over here, I think it makes like an archway. Those of you who know the sort of stuff we do here, you're going to understand how much I'm going to get off on things like this. Oh, my word. It is amazing. So, okay, well, let's get rid of that path. We want to do that properly. Okay. But yeah, otherwise, lots of fun stuff been happening in my life, basically. Like I say, I had to go and get a proper job. I just, as much as I love doing YouTube full time, it's a little up and down as to whether or not it's going to be working out from month to month. The big thing is really, especially with a channel like this, is it doesn't really matter how hard I work. If there's no sort of big game out or big update for games, the views go way down. So, and that's fine. That is the nature of the beast. But obviously, when you're a sole income, it becomes a little trickier as to where your money's coming from each month. I wish we can go right to a point, or we can come right out. And it makes a wall. Oh my god, this game is incredible. A game is a strong word, honestly. There is no sort of objective here other than just enjoy yourself in the space. And look how this stuff. I'm not putting these pots and pans down. They are generating based on the fact that we have windows there. And you can also do double windows, and they turn into triple windows. And then they'll move around. Oh, wow. It's so good. Yes, anyway, so so I had to go and get myself a proper job, and I managed to find a work, originally starting doing some contract work through videos for a game store, but actually not video games, interestingly, tabletop games. So something that, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really into, didn't really know much about before. I mean, I'd played a little bit of Magic the Gathering, I'd played a little bit of D&D here and there. Obviously, we'd had some really good fun with D&D with Mass Bandit, who's another awesome content creator, who's also still putting stuff out, which is awesome to see. I think, is there a way to not clip? Yeah, there we go. Control will not click, that's good, because what I want to do is put a little tower right in there, and then raise this up. All these things, they're always going to be about layering, but look at this, look how it layers bricks there to meet the thing there. It's so good. Yeah, so I played a bit of D&D and actually gone through this store through our attempt at 3D printing sherbs for Animal Crossing during COVID. That never actually came off. I never was able to finish that. But, you know, in doing so, got chatting with Tim there, who's the owner, and started doing some contract work for generating video content for him. You can put a window on the corner. I just keep finding new stuff about this game as I play it, and I'm having so much fun. Hold control to move the window and leak it. Yeah, we want to get the windows. We want to get rid of that window there because this little side window is much nicer. And then eventually ended up just sort of working there regularly, and I'm now in a management position there. So I'm full time there as a manager of a local game store. And over the past couple of years, got really into all of the stuff there. I've started painting miniatures, which is very fun. Although I am still very colorblind and will always be. So you know, not going to be able to paint them incredibly, but I have a lot of fun doing that. Let's do another little tower here. I think I'm going to be, for those of you who remember our Foundation series, it's probably no surprise that I'm going to be a little bit obsessed with towers in this game. Let's make a shorter, fatter one here. I think as short and fat as it goes, it ends up becoming more like a... oh my goodness, you can take it all the way so it's flat. Oh, this game, folks, this game. Now, what I would like to do is be able to put a door there. I don't think in this demo I'm able to, because in the demo, the only way doors are registered are using this path here and going into them. I think there is the ability to put down doors, but it's not something that's doable in the demo, perhaps. So that would be nice to put a door there, but otherwise that's okay. We can cope with that. Let's see if we can just drag this out a little bit. The door stays, which is good. We like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I found myself really into tabletop card games and miniature games and all of that sort of goodness, and do a lot of that in my very limited spare time. And the reason why Geekism hasn't been around is just a lack of spare time, basically. It's one thing, you know, Canada is amazing. It's also expensive. I mean, the whole world is expensive now, let's be honest with you. And having just that one income, and one income that, you know, is fine. You know, I work as a store manager, so, you know, revenue is coming in and it's fine. But I was used to having a second income from Nicola, so that sort of transition has been a little tricky financially. And basically, I've just had to spend every waking minute I don't have Xander working and just sort of generating that income. So that's basically where I've been. But now I've managed to sort of be sensible with my money, at least as best as possible, being able to put a little bit away, and also just, you know, being able to do full-time work makes a big difference financially. And I do find myself now with a few hours in the day that I could, and I've started hankering for generating content and also just enjoying these games. All of these games that I missed out. You'll find over the next couple of weeks on the channel, we're just going to be covering games that you've probably already seen, honestly. And I know it's not the best for the algorithm and what have you. But honestly, there's just so much stuff out there that I missed, that I want to cover and I want to share with you, even if it's probably stuff you've already seen. So that's going to be the next couple of weeks. This one has been on my radar for so long, and the developers very kindly sent me a key for this demo, at least. Despite, you know, having nothing on the content, really, nothing on the channel really for over a year, the fact that they were willing to still sort of let me have a play around with this is incredible. So thank you to them. And hopefully we'll slowly be able to start to build back up that portfolio on here. There's going to be some videos this week of Farthest Frontier. Excuse me a second. get a quick drink. Farthest Frontier, which is a banished style feudal city builder or feudal settlement builder, I guess, that I've very much been enjoying, and I want to bring a series of that. Oh, we're going to have fences soon. That's exciting. So we'll be covering that as well. Mana Lords is a big one that's just come out. I unfortunately wasn't able to get a key for that one. Again, just with the channel not being so active, it makes sense. Can't really afford a copy of that one just this right now. So won't be able to play that just now, but would definitely like to look at that one very soon in the future as well. I mean, this is kind of wacky having these walls here. I don't know whether we're going to be able to make this work. Let's give it a go. Let's see if we can do one of these on the edge of this wall here. But yeah, Mana Lords is definitely... Oh, this is... Okay. We only really get one shot at the walls, basically. So that's fine. We just need to know... Oh, my word! The tower is a wall. Oh, no. We might have to get rid of that tower and do it again. Okay, so this game has lots of fun features. It has some wacky features as well. Let's get rid of that tower and start again. All right, because I did like that tower. That was the crux of our design. Okay, let's bring that out to there. It's now a little different to how it was. Oh my goodness, it's very different to how it was. It's probably closer to that. There we go. And then we'll drag it up a little bit. And then we just need to take the edge off that path so we don't have such a silly wide door. Oh, no, we are getting that silly wide door. I wonder why that's done that then. Okay, I'll tell you what. We can fix it with more towers. Beautiful. And then we'll put that back in. I don't mind the sort of double wide door. That was quite cute, but it was a little too big, I think. There we go. Now you're talking. Beautiful stuff. That's just so cute. I'm so into it, and I love. I don't necessarily need the game to have much else going for it. Honestly, like I like the idea of more things to play with. Can I rotate that once it's down? I can. I love the idea of having more things to play with, more tools, more things I can put down. But I don't need this to have an end goal, if that makes sense. The end goal of this is being happy that I've made something pretty. Like honestly, for me, that is enough. Those windows generate bread. Oh, the windows do make doors. They just need to be in the right. Why didn't I think to try that? Oh man, this game is a lot more intuitive than I'm giving it credit for. But I'm absolutely... No, I want the bread. Window there for bread. Okay. Absolutely more intuitive than I thought it was. And I'm absolutely in love with it. There we go. All the tools at the back there ready for doing some work. It's amazing. Where else would there be a window? I don't think there would be a window over here. It just doesn't feel like it's a window spot. But look at that. And you can put down... You can actually change colours as well. So let's make one of the buildings a different colour. I think the whole building itself should be similar. But we have... Oh, there's that brick. That's interesting. Okay, so that brick actually does work as a secondary colour. But I don't think it does on that piece. This definitely works here. And then is there roof options? Okay, they look identical to me, but that's fine. But I actually quite like... What's that one? I don't know what that option is, but that option there for that tower might look quite cool. And then let's see if we can just... That tower needs to sing a little more now. We have that separate type of brick. There we go. This other colour is actually... It's a little bright for me, personally, but I don't... it is what it is. You've got to work within the confines of what this little game wants you to do. And I'm totally okay with that. This needs a door over here. I mean, look. Oh, look. And it even makes a little hole through the glade as you're coming up. Look at that. Oh, I love it. It's one of my favourite things. At the moment, I mean, you've probably seen about as much as there is. At the moment, there is a single sort of flower button that will put down these lovely little rockeries. with a beautiful mix of heathers and what have you. I would obviously love to see trees, you know, demo here, other things that are just locked off. But you can set the time of day to take pretty pictures. We've got other types of window. We've got some flags, something else coming. You can do wider paths if you wish. I mean, we can just sort of open this out into more of a courtyard. There we go. I think with that, we need to probably move these tree lights. Can we? Yeah. Probably makes more sense now. Oh man, I mean, for those of you who know this is the sort of stuff we dig, I mean, you just look at this and know this is my bag, right? I don't dig the light, the more yellow. I actually do prefer that, so we'll just do that. Oh. This is it. This is my bag, baby. I love it. So yes, lots more stuff coming to the channel. Farthest Frontier. I've been dipping my toe back into Planet Zoo as well. A few other things that I found in my emails that people have sent keys for recently that we'll take a look at. And then hopefully, yes, we'll be able to grab hold of Manor Lords because that definitely looks like it's the sort of thing we would really dig as well. Thank you so much for bearing with me if you're still here. Sorry about the wait. Love you all to bits. Until the next one, be good.